Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of my new miniseries, War Robots in Real Life. Today I'm going to be talking about the Punisher rotary cannon, one of the oldest and most well-known weapons in the game, and the real-life monster cannon that looks and operates just like it. It's a device so impressive and feared, the military built a plane for it. Seriously. The Punisher, the big bad machine gun of mass destruction, able to shred the weapons directly off of other robots from over a quarter-mile away. This weapon is one of the most versatile in the game, able to provide spread fire from long distance or rip its opponents to pieces close up. It's common knowledge that machine guns exist in real life, but there is one in particular that's so strikingly similar to the Punisher, it's absolutely amazing. If you've been playing War Robots for more than a few months, you might remember that the Punisher's name has been shortened. It was formerly called the GAU or GAU Punisher. The real-world cannon I'll be talking about today actually shares that same designation. It's called the GAU-8 Avenger. It's a massive rotary cannon built for the US military by General Electric. Apparently, this impressive weapon was so special, the Air Force commissioned a combat plane to be designed around it. That's right, the gun wasn't for the plane was built for the gun. The Fairchild Republic A-10 Thunderbolt II, more commonly known as the A-10 Warthog, is the twin-engine predecessor of the F-35 Lightning II fighter jet. It's very dependent on the Avenger. The gun counts for 16% of the Warthog's total weight, and it's crucial to the plane's balance. If the Avenger has to be removed for maintenance or inspection, the Warthog has to be supported by jacks so it doesn't tip over. In overall function, the Warthog kind of reminds me of a Griffin with punishers and spirals. As far as weapons go, the plane has its one central Avenger cannon, complemented by 11 different missile armaments, so it can deal damage at varying ranges with pinpoint accuracy. It's a very impressive plane, built for a very impressive gun. Another cool fact? This year, the Dutch revealed their new Goalkeeper CIWS, a high-tech, fully autonomous short-range weapon system. And what do you think the cannon of choice was for this robotic war machine? That's right, the Avenger. Speaking of the Avenger, let's take a look at the specs of the cannon and its ammunition. The cannon itself has 7 barrels, each 7 feet long. The entire device is 19.5 feet long and weighs 2 tons fully loaded. This thing is bigger than a car. Just for fun, check out this photo of what a classic Volkswagen Beetle would look like when armed with an Avenger. Now that's a buggy with some punch. The Avenger fires at a rate of about 70 rounds per second and holds 1,200 rounds in total, so it fires a full clip in about 17 seconds. The rounds this thing fires are massive too. Each one is independently explosive and measures 33 millimeters and weighs 14 ounces. Basically, the Avenger shoots rounds the size of a fully filled Red Bull or Monster Energy drink can. And remember, it shoots 70 of these per second. It's absolutely ridiculous. The gun is so strong, it's actually mounted off-center onto the Warthog so that it rotates to fire straight from the force of the recoil. The gun has a recoil kick of 10,000 pounds of force, which is actually more force than one of the Warthog's engines produces. Simply firing the Avenger is enough to slow the plane down by several miles an hour and push it off target, which is why the gun is mounted off-center. The cannon is accurate enough that 80% of its fire will hit within a 20-foot diameter of the target from 4,000 feet or 1,200 meters away, meaning 960 of those 1,200 Red Bull can-sized rounds will shred the target to pieces instead of whizzing by. And trust me, you don't want to be the target. I've seen footage of an Avenger leveling a deserted building in seconds. Imagine what it could do to a human. Now, as devastating as the Avenger is, I realized that due to the projected size of the war robots, it would actually be a little small in comparison to the Punisher. I predict that the Punisher would be a future evolution of the Avenger, about 50% larger than its real-world counterpart. It would sacrifice some range and accuracy for raw damage dealing due to the change in its opponents. So, based on a mix of the official specs from Pixonic and the military, here is my projected comparison of the Punisher and the Avenger. In physical size, the Punisher would be much larger than the Avenger, measuring nearly 30 feet long, with 6 10.5-foot long barrels, and would weigh 3 tons when fully loaded. It would fire massive 45mm rounds, each weighing 21 ounces, at a rate of 8.3 rounds per second and 220 rounds per clip. Its maximum range would be 1,500 feet or 500 meters, and would have a bullet spread of about 75 feet or 25 meters. While less accurate than the Avenger, this would allow the weapon to hit multiple targets at once from long range, and take down energy shields at a faster rate. Once it gets close enough to be accurate, there would be no escape from its lethal rain of bullets. The Punisher would also be incredibly powerful. It would have a recoil kick of around 15,000 pounds of force, and it would need to be offset by quite a bit so that it would be accurate when firing. Basically, a single Punisher mounted in a Warthog plane would be enough to roll it backwards, simply by firing. In the game, the Punisher is often viewed as a less effective alternative to the plasma weapons, but now that I've done the research to understand the power of this awesome machine gun, I see how devastating it would be in real life. It's really impressive. But the craziest part is, the Punisher is considered a light hardpoint weapon, one of the smaller, weaker guns in war robots. Weapons such as the Tyran, Thunder, and Orkan must be absolutely terrifying, and we'll get to take a look at them soon. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of War Robots in Real Life. Be sure to join me next time as I take an in-depth look at the electrifying secrets of the Kangdai cannon and the tests the US military are performing to create one of their own.